Welcome to No Height Required, the podcast where we dive headfirst into the wild, wonderful world of theme parks, movies, TV, cosplay, photography, and everything in between. Whether you're a die-hard pop culture fanatic or just here for the fun, we ain't got no barriers. Just great conversations, hot takes, and maybe a few questionable opinions along the way. For our first episode, I'm thrilled to be joined by my good friend Eric as we strapped in to talk about Superman, the latest reboot from no other than James Gunn. Is it a soaring success or a Kryptonian misfire or something in between? We're breaking down the trailer, the casting, and our hopes and fears for the Man Steel's next big adventure. So grab that popcorn, lace your hero boots, and join us because here, there's no height required to geek out. All right. Eric, hello.
Nice. Hey, how's it going,
We're
Brian?
good. Okay, so we're going to start off because me and you have seen the movie. I've
Yeah.
only seen it once. I was going to see it today or yesterday. I haven't seen it. So I ended up just watching a Blu-ray.
Mhm.
Just to get to remember my parts.
Yeah.
My cousin Kevin saw it yesterday for the first time with his kids. They loved it. He loved it.
Yeah.
But first of all, did you like it?
So I did
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
I did like it.
Cool. Okay. Before we start talking about it, we're gonna watch the trailer together, and then we'll go after that.
Okay.
So
Sounds good, man.
without puto ado, I'm gonna put it up on my screen here so you can share it and you can watch it. See it?
Mm. Yep, I do see it.
Okay. Here we go. In a world.
Are you being serious right
I
now?
am serious.
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
I did.
Sure. Lois Lane lines her panties with lead.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of fire.
It's a lot.
You saw that they edited that out. In the
Today,
movie,
the Secretary of Defense said he
they
was
blurred it
looking
out
into
in the
your
movie, but
actions.
the trailer, it's
That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
the two countries were made
Not
up,
maybe.
right?
I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
Okay, I'm
Oh.
gonna pause it right there for a
See me-
second. When she said the president at that part, I thought it's Lex Luthor the president like it is in the comics, but it wasn't. So you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that. When I saw this, when she said that, I was like, I wonder if they're gonna get political with the movie. I didn't think it was Lex because they show Lex later on in the trailer.
Only acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
that shot was
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to
I thought it was
die.
like a smaller version of Juggernaut. I liked yes.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices, your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
Mm.
I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
You have a dog?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And that was
Good trailer. Yeah.
All right.
So you want to go first?
Yeah. Initial thoughts. I loved it. It wasn't perfect, but
Mhm.
it was very enjoyable. I enjoyed the whole movie. I was laughing.
Yeah.
There were parts.
Uh, yeah, I did laugh, but there was a lot of jokes that fell flat, I thought, though.
Yeah.
There was like it's the James
Without
Gunn
humor.
kind of barrage of jokes he throws at the screen,
Yeah.
but unlike the only one of his movies, the only Guardians of the Galaxy I saw in the theater. I'm sorry, I saw the first two in the theater. Were the first two Guardians of the Galaxy. The one that hit like gangbusters was the first one. The second one, I also experienced that in the theater where not all his jokes landed, and it was like audibly so. Like, it was clearly meant to be very funny, but very few people laughed at it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I enjoyed it. From beginning.
Mhm.
I want to ask you your thought about what did you think about not showing any origin. It starts off already 3 years into his career. And the universe has already been established.
I don't mind that. I'm okay with that. But I kind of feel like instead of giving us the text in the beginning,
Yeah,
he should have gave us a recap in the beginning.
like a visual, version.
Yeah, like you could have easily done that. Like somebody at the Daily Planet YouTube channel is doing, you know what I mean, like like highlights over the weekend. It goes, well, it looked like Superman got his ass kicked, and show shaky cell phone footage of it. I didn't understand why it had to be text, and it was the only thing that was text in the whole movie. It wasn't like it was a motif, and I felt it was weird. But I was like, whatever.
From what I've been seeing from the interviews, they already expect you because we already had a lot of versions of the origin story because we already know Superman already. It's like here it is. You already know the origin. He's already doing his shit. To your thing about visuals, did you see Captain America: Brave New World?
I refuse.
They do exactly what you're asking about.
Oh, okay. Like what in the beginning?
They do it like a news report, and they're catching you up on what happened.
Okay.
Like, General, oh god, the general who's not president, Harrison Ford's character who's playing. Like, well,
it used to be William Hurt.
Yeah. So like his character was like,
I forgot his name.
Like General whatever has been tainted after what happened in Harlem, and it shows the footage from the whole Hulk movie, and then they talk about that. And he's like, his daughter was also the Hulk's ex-girlfriend, and it starts showing like they're like that. Like it shows footage to help you recap and establish everything that's going up to that point.
But that's a little different though, because what they're doing there, at least what it sounds like. Obviously, I did not see that movie, and I'm not going to. But the what it sounds like they're doing there is because Marvel Disney Marvel kind of put themselves in a hole where you gotta watch all the fucking shows to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And they know a lot of people that probably went to go see this movie didn't watch any of the Disney Plus series, so they have to do that.
Which just sucks.
You know what I mean? What I'm saying. Go ahead.
No, which sucks is down because Marvel's MCU's been going on for almost 20 years, and you're expecting everyone to remember shit. That's what happened with the Marvels, because two of the characters or like the main staff of the Marvels were from the shows, and if you didn't watch the shows, you'd be like, who the fuck is that?
But that's not really the issue, at least not in my opinion. I think the issue is just the quality of the garbage they're putting out. I everything after Endgame, I have, oh my gosh, I have avoided like the plague. I mean, I did not watch Eternals. I did not watch Shang-Chi. This is not a Marvel review, obviously, but it's just that what they're doing with the Marvels is a whole other.
Do you think because they blew their load down,
can of worms?
It's pretty much there's nothing that's gonna be good.
No, it's just they stopped caring about they stopped caring about the what is it, the source material, and the only source material they seem to care is all the shit they pumped out in the public in the comics once Disney bought them out. Because once Disney bought out Marvel Publishing, they started putting in what they wanted in the comics, and now that's what they're producing in their MCU.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to see. I don't want to see that crap. You have what 45 plus years of comic book lore, and you're going with the shit you printed 10 years ago. No, thank you.
Did
But yeah, we strayed into Marvel.
so it starts off the bat already, like 300 years ago,
Yeah,
Medicare
yeah.
here, and then 30 years ago, a boy shows up, and then 3 years ago, he introduces
Yeah.
himself to the world, and then 3 minutes ago, the Bavarian hero comes to attack after what he did in Bavarian, and then
And
then
they
three-
should have showed all that.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then 3 seconds later, Superman loses his first battle, and then boom, you're in.
Yeah.
And then from there,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
movie starts. That when we
Yeah.
saw in the trailer with crypto and all that shit, it's right off the beginning.
Mhm.
And all that's happening.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he gets healed with the sun, the Fortress of
Mhm.
Solitude, and you see that Bradley Cooper's his father, and the chick that played Rat King's his mom, and then you go, and then he gets
Wait, the chick that played Rat King?
yeah, Suicide Squad.
God, I don't remember. I saw that movie once.
Yeah,
And I didn't care for it. It was okay.
Yeah, so like she was the Rat King in the Suicide Squad, and she was also the scientist in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when they're trying to get
Oh, okay.
records and all that shit. But
I recognized her face from somewhere. I just didn't care to
yeah,
look.
so you see his parents go, oh, blah 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 blah, like be there and go to Earth and shit, but the footage was damaged. Okay, cool. And then
Yeah.
he's back. He gets healed, and he goes right back to Metropolis, and then right back to the fight.
Yeah.
And it's like you're like, to me, it was like, all right, it started, it's fast paced. You know, you just got to pay attention because everything's just
Yeah.
going again. Fights, loses, and then you go back. And what was crazy about
Yeah.
what I liked about the movie is that he's Superman at least 90% of the whole movie. He's like Clark Kent, like 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's Superman. It's
Uh-huh.
all about Superman, and I like that because I'm watching for Superman. I mean, the Clark Kent stuff is cool, but you know, when Clark Kent, he's like, yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they deal with it differently though, right?
Yeah.
They deal because they did the recap in the first 3 minutes of the movie. They don't have to play Clark Kent like they did in the Christopher Reeves movies.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they could you know what I mean? It's less Clark. It's less. There's less interest in Clark Kent because of his of Lois Lane already knowing who he is.
Yeah. Also, like I liked it. Like what's the thing is with like the Zack Snyder DC with Superman. I'm trying to remember. There wasn't much of Henry Cavill as Clark Kent because he did the Man of Steel. He was Clark Kent in that.
Yeah.
And then he did Batman
Yeah.
versus Superman. I don't remember what if he did Clark Kent in that part because it was mostly Superman being like, I'm not gonna save these people. And then he dies. And then Justice League, he comes back
Yeah.
as Superman. He's only Clark Kent at the very end of the movie. And I'm like, was Henry Cavill ever
Mhm.
Clark Kent at all for at least 30 minutes? But like,
No, he was Clark Kent for all of like 3 minutes.
yeah, but I liked it that it was mainly dealing all the time with Superman handling his situation, and because it's already aside from that, now that the universe has been established, now because
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about other movies to watch and all the shit to build up to it. Here's Superman. Here's the other characters. What do you think? They're not the Justice League. They're not the Justice Society of America. They are the Justice Gang. And I was like, I'll take it.
I mean, that's James Gunn's quirky humor. It's his, awkward Justice Gang, right? Like that's his thing. It was funny, and he found ways of hitting the same drum over and over again about like the name. That's not our name. We didn't decide that. Blah blah blah. Right. So like, I didn't mind it. That better not be in the second movie.
He's like, no, we're gonna change the name. But they used the Hall of Justice though, the actual Hall of Justice.
Yeah, they definitely did. Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool with that.
Wait, what? The Hall of Justice or the Justice Gang joke?
The Hall of Justice.
Oh yeah. No, I thought that was good. But you wouldn't know. You would like if you were a normie, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Well, obviously not. But like
Yeah.
if you're a true comic book fan or a fan of the thing, you'd be like, Cool.
Right. So yeah, it's just one of those things that you pick up by watching. You know,
Okay.
it was never announced.
So the next question will be like the next part will be you obviously seen the Zack Snyder DC verse, his version.
Yeah, my favorite two comic book movies of all time are Man of Steel and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I love the Zack Snyder's Justice League. You know, that's my hot topic. Like
Yeah.
things like I like. We got it. We begged for it. It came out. You know, HBO Max.
After being told it didn't exist.
Yeah,
that's the other thing
yeah.
you gotta take
Which
away.
means I want the Rogue One cut. Show me the Rogue One cut. But
or David Ayer's
Suicide Squad cut.
Suicide Squad. Yeah, the Ayer cut. Yeah.
Do you think his cut would be
Because
completely
apparently it was a hard R.
Really?
Say again?
It's a hard R. Oh,
Yeah, it was. It was a hard R apparently, and I think I can't remember how it went, but something happened with I don't know if it was what was BVS before Suicide Squad or after.
BVS was after because they do that little. The first cameo you see of the Flash is in the Suicide Squad when he arrests Boomerangs. It's before, so it's before Justice League.
Oh, okay. So if I remember correctly, BVS came out. It didn't make Marvel money, so Warner Brothers. That's when Warner Brothers started sticking their hands in the soup, and they hired a company that edits trailers for promotion, and they gave them David Ayer's Suicide Squad to recut. So if you remember the trailer for Suicide Squad, it was the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And remember the trailer was cut to the beat of the song, and the song was like remixed.
Yeah.
So they gave them the whole movie to cut, and they recut everything.
Okay.
That's why you didn't see much of the Joker. But anyway, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So upon that question with the Zack Snyder verse and the new James Gunn version, what we got here, do you like the transition now? Do you agree with the transition from being from dark and grungy to what we're getting now?
So it's an exact opposite in the sense of you had dark, muted, and realistic for the most part, to really bright, which I'm okay with, really bright and really hopeful and really like helplessly optimistic, which I'm okay with. I don't mind that. I like what he did. But I think he has a few handicaps. It should have been a Superman movie. It shouldn't have been a Superman with his Super Friends movie.
Okay.
I felt like we could have gotten more Superman if we didn't. It was one of the worries that stuck with me throughout all the promotional campaigns. It's just how much you saw the other characters, and I didn't think it was necessary. But I know why he did it, and that's why I call it James Gunn's handicap. James Gunn has only made Guardians of the Galaxy over and over and over again.
Recently.
He's never done anything different.
Oh yeah.
I mean, ever since Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3 has been the same.
Oh yeah, it's just a continued story.
No. Story-wise, they're all ensemble. They're all quirky. They're all awkward, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same character types over and over again. The Suicide Squad was just the Suicide Squad of the Galaxy. It's what it was.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's
Not
right.
to say it did.
That's why it's like, yeah, you're good with squads. Here, take it.
Right. Not to say it didn't work. It did work.
Yeah.
But that's his strong suit, I guess you could say. You don't have to call it a handicap. The reason why I call it a handicap is because if you give him Superman, he has to put in Guy Gardner. He has to put in Hawkgirl. He has to put in all these other characters because I guess that's how he writes. He writes in ensembles. He cannot write singular characters.
Mhm.
So as much as I did enjoy this movie and I like what he did, not to say like you said it wasn't perfect, but it didn't stray too far off that I couldn't enjoy the movie. I just hope the sequel's not James Gunn. I hope James Gunn goes and does Guardians or does the Justice Gang or the Justice Society movie and does what is good for him. For or that what works for his ability to write an ensemble cast. And I hope they give the sequel to Superman to somebody who can handle a singular character. You know,
Um,
it can make him interesting.
so that upon that next one, it's out with Lois Lane and Clark Kent's relationship. Um,
Mhm.
Start up the actors. What do you think of the casting of Superman? Clark Kent. His name's
Out, corn's wet. Shit. What's his name?
So the only movie that I've seen him in was Twisters. He was in Twisters. And that
I
was
never saw Twister.
It's not as good as the original, but it's whatever. David Cornsway.
I heard it was David Cornswet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I thought he was British, but apparently not.
No, he's American, I think.
Yeah, he's from Philly.
I think he did a really good job as Clark Kent.
No, he did. How's it go? When he first got announced, I was like, oh no! And not only that,
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten over uh Henry Cavill's back. Henry Cavill's fired.
Oh, are we talking about? I'm talking about Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Yeah. Okay.
After because it was like Zack Snyder's Justice League on Max, and it's like, oh my god, it exists. Not only does it exist, but they upload it and it melts the servers, and all of a sudden people are like, "This is a great movie!" Like, and all of a sudden the movies are picking up speed, and people are like rediscovering Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman and everything, and it's like, yeah, but anybody who really liked those movies kind of knew what was happening, and it was a different kind of superhero movie. It wasn't or a superhero universe. It wasn't MCU. It was a darker superhero universe. And then when Zack Snyder's Justice League came out, the 4-hour freaking magnum opus that it is, it was going viral. You know what I mean? People loved it. It was. Why did we get on this right now?
No, because
And then so that raised my hopes. I was like, oh my god, are they gonna bring back the Snyder universe in some kind of way? And then Black Adam gets fucking released, and then they announced that Henry Cavill's back, and I'm like, oh my god, they're probably gonna do some variation of what Zack was trying to do.
yeah. But then
That's
Black Adam didn't do much, and that took a hit. And then
well, that falls all on Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
yeah, and Shazam didn't do as well. This part 2 didn't do as well either. So it was like, and then the Flash,
and it wasn't good.
yeah.
But you can almost blame Dwayne the Rock Johnson on that as well, because he was supposed to be the antagonist in that movie, but because he had so much pull with the executives of Warner Brothers at the time, he had told them no, that he needs to have his own movie. He can't be like a side character in another movie, because he had this grand plan of doing like a story arc where it was gonna be him and Superman.
Oh.
And so the writers of the sequel of Shazam had to kind of work with whatever they had.
Okay. So I don't want to get too far off the topic. So it's
hard.
So what I read is that you ever read All-Star Superman or seen the cartoon movie version or read the book All-Star?
I've seen the cartoon movie. I have the book, but I don't recall much of it.
James Gunn did
Maybe
take some inspiration of that book for the movie, and I do get the vibes off it. I think this Superman movie does take a lot of comic inspiration. I do feel like I'm watching a comic book, an actual comic book story, the way it goes, it flows.
So the way I put it to my friends on my group chat, because I had a few Debbie Doubters, and I said Superman. James Gunn's Superman is a Saturday morning cartoon with a pulse. It's a live action Saturday morning cartoon,
I like that.
and it's fun, it's fast, it's not trying to be anything other than that.
I like that.
Mhm.
So beyond that, Dave Cornsweet, great job on that. Rachel,
Yeah. I like him a lot.
Rachel Brosnahan. I knew she was gonna do a great job because I love her in the show she did.
The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yeah, because Liz got me into that shit. That shit is really good, and she's a really good actress. And I knew she was gonna do a great job. Nicholas Holt.
Yeah, but got me into that one.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt does a great job as Lex Luthor. Great job. I thought he did. You didn't like it?
Not that I didn't like it. I enjoyed 95% of it.
What?
There was the ending.
Is it the dog part, or is just him smiling out? Okay.
It's him crying and being emotional. He's supposed to be super fucking smart, and I don't know if you ever met people that are super smart. Their emotion isn't something they really express much, especially not like that.
Yeah.
And when I saw him like shaking, but he's crying, he's tearing up, and I'm like, when little Lex Luthor didn't get his way, I'm like, why is he crying? Like, he's supposed to be a super villain. He's not supposed to be some emotional bitch, you know? Like that I didn't get. But everything prior to that, it was the Lex Luthor that I could imagine that when he shot the guy in the head.
I wasn't expecting that. Especially after the second shot.
No, I wasn't.
I was like, oh shit, I guess he fucked up that roulette part. And he goes, oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen soon. I was like, whoa. He just killed some random guy that was just helping Superman.
And that brings me to another point about James Gunn and a handicap that he had in this movie, where a lot of strong, potent points in the movie were always undercut by a joke.
A joke.
You gotta let that shit breathe, or otherwise it becomes frivolous. Like none of it matters.
Like it's like I know you do the joke to ease the tension or the hit of what just happened, but I'm like, you need to let it stay.
But it's every time. It's every time. You know.
I just want to get back to the point I was trying to stick to would be like, so
go for it.
Between the characters of Clark and Lewis, and because we're already 3 years into this world, him being in it, they are already in a relationship, so there's no awkwardness of him trying to get him to like her, or this. They're already dating and stuff like that. They're already dating. She knows who he is and all that shit. Do you think that was do you think that was a good idea to start off on that already?
Yeah, it made sense. It made sense. It made sense. Not only that, but the other reason why it worked so well is because there was like really good chemistry between the two actors.
Yeah,
it worked well. Like I believed it.
I believed it too. I thought it really it helped. I like the way. What's funny too, the difference too. She had this Lois Lane does a little bit more stuff. Her driving the Mr. Terrific vehicle and trying to get the Justice Gang to help her out and get it, and she's getting more involved.
Like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, yeah. I just felt bad because Amy Adams' Lois Lane was like more put to the side after Man of Steel. She doesn't do much in Batman and Superman.
So her in that movie she was more of she was grounding him kind of a thing.
Yeah, I was like, man, I want more.
Yeah.
But the rest, the daily,
I just not too much.
With the Daily
I don't
Planet,
want the movie to be about Lois Lane.
I know.
Sorry.
The Daily Planet staff, I like Jimmy. Jimmy was actually likable. I was like, I like just Jimmy more than the Lewis and Clark.
I like that. Lois and Clark from the old '90s show.
Yeah, the Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher one.
Oh, I don't remember. I watched it, but I don't remember Jimmy Olsen in it.
Yeah, that actor will later do a movie called Dungeons and Dragons, the old one with Marlon Wayans.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I'm like,
I think I still have that DVD.
yeah, I was watching. I was like, oh my god, it's Jimmy Olsen.
Oh shit!
But I like this Jimmy here, especially the side plot of him, like he dated that one girl with 6 toes or whatever feet she had issues. He had issues with or something.
What was it? It was Freaky Toes. Or
Yeah, freaky
something.
toes and shit. But that girl was smart, taking selfies of all the plans behind her to like blackmail Lex down the road. I was like, oh man, that's kind of funny.
James Gunn turned it on its head. You know, she wasn't just a airhead. She was more, more thoughtful in what she was doing. But he definitely framed it like she was an airhead, like she was just she was doing selfies while like catastrophic shit was happening in the background.
Next thing will be I liked we already talked about Nicholas Hoult, because Nicholas Hoult originally auditioned for Superman, didn't get it.
Superman, yeah.
Yeah, so
thankfully not.
So
he doesn't. He doesn't have the jaw.
The jaw, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't. He looks like a peanut.
Next up will be the Justice Gang. It's only 3 members. Well, other than Metamorpho joining him at the end, but
yeah,
the 3 members is
you're in.
Guy Gardner, because I can see why he also I like how he names drops the Green Lanterns. So they do exist. Obviously, you know about the show coming out soon, the Green Lanterns show. It's gonna be following.
Yeah, that's with Gardner though.
No. It's gonna be following Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, and
Hal Jordan.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it's gonna be good. It's gonna be apparently it's gonna be like a police procedural style, like Green Lanterns, because they're like the
Yeah,
protectors.
they said it was more in the vein of True Detective.
Yeah,
which is cool.
So back with Guy Gardner, one of the members, played by Nathan Fillion, one of my favorite actors of all time.
Yeah.
I thought he did great. I loved it. I had no issues.
I like the more in context. In the trailers, I was hating it.
You think? Okay. I like how we were able to see him more, obviously in the movie than what we saw in the trailer. The trailer doesn't. Yeah, you're right. Doesn't give him a good viewing of how he.
Side note: don't forget where you're at. But another issue I had with this movie was all the promotional.
Yeah.
The promotional stuff was more confusing and was more agitating than it was hyping me up. I was annoyed by so many things. It was giving me like more questions. So when I went into the movie, I was like, I'm going in with my son. It's mostly for my son. And then I'm seeing all the scenes in the trailer that were like confusing or agitating me, but I'm seeing it in context, and I'm like, who did they hire to make this trailer? They suck.
Somebody got
paid.
Know
what I mean? Because
somebody still got paid.
Yeah, I'm like, dang man, they need to go back to how to make a trailer school or something.
All right, so from Guy Gardner, great job. Now we move to Hawk Girl, played by Isabella Merced. I loved her. I love Isabella Merced. Especially I'm glad I was so excited to see her in The Last of Us recently. She did a great job as it'll come back to me. Her character in that one. But do you remember what her original character was before, like what she played years ago, what she's famous for?
No.
She played Dora the Explorer in the first live action movie.
That was her?
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel bad. I feel a little bad now at catcalling.
But another movie that she did great recently. I think it was this year. Was Alien Romulus? If you've seen that one,
she was in that one. Oh, she was
the pregnant.
She was the one that was pregnant.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Dude,
I saw that.
Love that movie. Dude,
Alien Romulus, aka Alien Resurrection, the remake,
but better. Or
but better.
Yeah. At least the baby's not screaming fucking mommy while he gets sucked out the fucking window.
True.
Mommy! Like, what the fuck is happening?
And there's no weird breast caressing scene. Remember?
Yeah.
It's so disgusting.
I was like, you know what? I didn't think Alien Romulus as the Resurrection Part 2, but now that you said it, I could fucking.
I waited for Hulu because the last Alien movie freaking just upset me. I hated it. It was so bad.
Fuck. What was it?
Covenant.
Bro.
Alien Covenant.
Bro.
Yeah. I wish I would have never seen that movie in the theater. So I skipped this one. And then my brother said it was good, and a buddy of mine said it was good, so I watched it when it was on Hulu.
Your brother lied to you.
And I yeah, it was good. It was good, but I just felt like I kind of felt like they just rewrote Resurrection.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
the guy who wrote Rhombus is the same guy who did the remake of Evil Dead, wasn't it? Not now.
I don't know. Maybe.
Did you see the Evil Dead High Rise or whatever the fuck it was called?
High Rise.
Yeah, Alien Rise. I don't know. Evil Dead Rise. Oh my god, I can't fucking. Was it Evil Dead Rise?
Is that the sequel to the chick?
Yeah, the one with her, the mom and the three kids that are in the apartment.
No, because I didn't care for the first one.
Oh, I thought it was really good. I liked it. And it's it was Fede Alvarez. Okay, it was okay. It was.
So it was him.
Yeah, it was him. Okay, so she did a great job as Hawkgirl. The one issue they didn't show during the promos or the trailer is her fucking screaming as she flies and screeches, and she goes. And I was like, oh my god!
You do hear it though,
huh?
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
You said it wasn't in the movie?
Yeah, when in the trailer you don't hear it, but when you see the movie, it's her just screaming, and I was like, oh my god! No wonder they didn't show this in the trailer. Like especially when she was in the building, in the embassy or the castle or where the fucking president was, and she starts to fly around the fucking corner. And I was like, oh my god, dude! Oh my god. I don't like the screaming part. It's like I know you're supposed to be a hawk, but I don't remember. Wait, a hawk just flies like this sometimes, and then it goes attacks.
A hawk isn't constantly trying to scoop salmon out of the water.
It's like, I was like, oh, and I was like, and then Mr. Terrific, played by that God, what's his name? It was played by Eddie Gathegi.
Oh, I can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah. Sorry if I butchered the shit out of it, but he also did. Do you remember?
Go ahead.
My first movie I remember him in was fucking Twilight. He was like one of the first vampires, and I was like, "Hey, it's that motherfucker!" But he was also in First Class in X-Men, when he's the guy that could like adapt to any like environment, but he dies when like
that I don't remember.
Oh god, he dies when
the only reason why I remember from Twilight is because it was terrible. I hated all those characters.
But I was like, oh, it's that guy, and I was like, finally, a role that he doesn't die, and he's fucking amazing in. Like he does a great job as Mr. Terrific. Because the only
he's the best character in the movie.
I loved it. Yeah, he was terrific.
He was the best character in the movie. Everybody else had fucking issues.
Like I think they also did a live action Mr. Terrific in the DC CW shows. I don't know if he was on there.
Yeah.
But this version was way better. You know,
I think so.
They're not balls.
Yeah, no, this version was
They're
great.
spears.
Dude, real quick, he was so good. He was the only really well fucking developed superhero character in the movie, right? Out of all the fucking ensemble. That my son was leaving Superman asking me more questions about Mr. Terrific than he was about fucking anything else.
That's good.
And I was... It is good, but the problem is the movie's called Superman.
Not Mr. Terrific.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. That was my issue, right? Where I'm like, I love Mr. Terrific. And I read earlier that apparently they're putting him in a bunch of projects, so apparently he knocked it out of the park. But yeah, go ahead. I'll write this down so I don't forget. But yeah, keep going.
Okay, so next thing, after the truth comes out of his parents' actual message, Superman's parents' real message of them is like, it's like, hey, you need to go to Earth. Because they're simple-minded, and you need to control them. And It's like
You need to have a harem.
you need to sire
You
10
need to
sire 10 heirs and
impregnate these
sleep with 10 women.
bitches.
And I was like, I love how we go from S meaning hope to S meaning slavery, because now you need to turn all these people into slaves. I was like, oh damn, what a twist. I was like, damn. It's like, hey, remember talking about hope? Yeah, no, fuck that. These are your hoes and these are your thing. And then I shared on my Instagram, there was a picture someone put of the Richard Donner voice from one of Brando's characters saying, "Be there, Guardian.
Yeah.
Be there. Be like say like be there. You need to show them." And then Zack Snyder's version, it's like, "Be their hope. Be this. Fuck as many bitches as you can. Here, do what you gotta do." And like, God, yeah, what a change. After that message comes out and he goes through all the shit,
Yeah.
he goes back to his apartment.
Yeah.
And then it's that scene where that leaked photo came out with him like putting on his boot, and you see the monster in the background.
Hold on, let me take my time. Let me take my time while there's a fucking battle
So
going on in the background. For fucking promotional people fucking suck. I'm sorry, go ahead.
In the movie, this is like my favorite scene in the movie, because
I'm looking at it right now. The fucking boots.
Yeah. It's
fucking dumb.
it's my favorite scene in the movie, because when he's talking to Lois Lane about like stuff, and she asks about crypto, which is great. I like crypto. I love the addition of crypto. Crypto was a cool addition to the movie. But when they're talking,
I could have used a little less of him.
You think so? It was too much?
Yeah. It's like everything else that he fucking beats to death. The fucking Justice gang name he beats to death throughout the whole fucking movie. Crypto he beats to death throughout the whole fucking movie. It's what he does. I'm not. It was a little distracting. I think it's like I said. It was just so much more of everything else and less of Superman.
It's for the toys.
Yeah, well, toys,
Yeah.
getting females, kids, children, all that. The Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. So I like this scene because as he's just talking to Lewis about the situation, what's going on, and she goes, "Aren't you a little worried about that?" He goes, "Oh, it's nothing. They got it." And you see the Justice Gang fighting it in the background while they talk. And to me, I was like, "See, I was like, I like it because it's a comic movie. It's like anything could go on. At least there's a superhero somewhere trying to do it. If Superman can't get to it, they're already doing it in the background. And you see them fighting it.
That's an example of what I mean by the promotional company putting confusing, agitating shit to promote the movie. But once you see it in context, you're like, oh
yeah, it makes sense.
So he's not just taking his time putting his boots on while the fucking world's in danger behind him.
Like he knows they got it. They're good. I like the you see it fighting going on. I was like, oh, see, this is really cool. Like, that takes it to me. Like, it reminds me of a part when everything's going to shit, and like towards the end when Lex splits the fucking portal open from the what's it called, the middle dimension or the rift or the inner dimension.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is.
It reminded me of the Proton River of slime in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but it's like blue and purple instead of pink.
And pixels.
I like it's like the part where it reminds me of God, I lost my train of thought about what I was thinking. It was
always write that shit down.
Yeah. So it goes to the part when it's splitting and all the damage is going on. Everyone has to evacuate and shit on it. And I go over to my friend and I go, bro, this is the part where I think about when I watch superhero movies all the time. And it's a great thing because Robot Chicken did a great joke about it. If I remember, it was like, oh no, there was a TV show on NBC that did the same thing. It was supposed to take place in the DC world, and they it was like, hey, does your insurance cover superhero fuck ups or something like during a fight your fucking car gets destroyed and shit, or your building gets split in half. Yeah, it's like oh my god, fucking what, the rift went through my fucking living room. Like, does your renters insurance cover that shit, or does your car insurance cover your car getting smushed by a fucking building because like they're tired to fight and do the shit I hear. I'm like, no, I was like.
Technically, it kind of does. I mean, being a homeowner myself, I know the insurance has something called Act of God.
There's a what? Like nature, like a natural disaster.
Yeah, like a thunderbolt hits the side of your house and fries the electricity. Yeah. So technically, they should. It's just the premium is gonna shoot the fuck up.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, like. Like, bro, I'm gonna get my car. The Hulk just landed on it. Oh, there he goes.
Adam Smasher just smashed my minivan. What the fuck?
Yeah, he didn't even leave. He didn't even leave his insurance policy number and shit. He just fucking bounced. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, no, that's
or like
funny.
it, like oh my. So I'm late to work. So what happened? Oh, dude, you're not gonna believe this shit. The Avengers were fighting the fucking like
the scrolls.
The scrolls in the middle of I-4. A lot of people died, but apparently I was still good in my car to make it to work, and you're still gonna write me up? Like, come on, bro. But okay, so
that should be like a cartoon on HBO Max, like they did with Star Trek, like Lower Decks.
yeah. I only seen the first 4 episodes of Lord Decks. I heard it's really good. No?
I mean, it's not my speed, man. I hate cartoons that have that Rick and Morty fucking ADD shit going on. I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like Rick
I can't
and Morty.
do it.
I guess I love Rick
No,
and
no,
Morty.
I mean, people do. My buddy
Yeah.
tries to get me to watch it all the time. I'm like, I want to blow my brains.
Oh, no, I fucking I swallow that shit up, dude.
I'm old, and I love old.
Yeah.
storytelling, you
I'm
know,
old too. But I accept all types of storytelling.
I can't. I'm a curmudgeon. What you want me to tell you?
Okay, so all that shit happens. He gets. Okay, so he surrenders himself to the government because Lex Luthor makes Superman like, hey, look, he wants to fuck all these bitches and make us his slaves. So arrest him and give me permission to kill him.
Yeah.
All right. So he turns himself in, and he gets put into the pocket dimension. So he gets put into a pocket dimension by Lex Luthor,
Like
and
the quantum realm.
Yeah, but then remember, there's like, your all sets are kryptonite has been lost. There's no way you can get it. But then he has Metamorpho to create kryptonite to make him weak.
Which I thought was good.
What's cool as shit.
Yeah.
And then I also think it was cool when he got rid of it, but he was still weak by it. But there was no sun, so Metamorpho had to like think of all the scientific elements to create the sun to help him.
He homemade like a fusion reactor.
Oh, so like Dr. Octopus, we pissed. He's like, the power of the sun in the palm of my hand. You know, like, bro. No, but then I was like, his baby was Jerry. Is that Metamorpho's name was?
Joey, baby Joey.
Baby Joey. Yeah. Oh, bro. It was cool. I like when they the prison when they escaped because
it didn't have the effect on me that I think they were aiming for. I think it was one of the things that it fell short. And I'm usually a sucker for any like storylines involving babies.
Yeah. Oh, him just holding the baby,
you know what I mean?
On top of the river of fucking.
Yeah, but the thing is it was goofy looking.
Yeah.
B, it was like it looked cheap. It looked rendered like it looked Flash bad. Like the CGI babies in Flash, it looked Flash bad because I had the same. I had the same feeling when I saw that scene where he's saving all the babies, throwing them in microwaves.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, those babies are clearly fucking not there, so I don't care. You know, I wasn't buying into it, and I had the same effect with this one. So even though I got it, he was holding it up, and he was drowning in proton goo or whatever it was. I didn't feel the danger. I think if you're gonna do something with a baby, it has to be along the lines, and as you're trying to pluck the heartstrings, you know.
Yeah.
My best example of when you have a baby involved and there's stakes involved is the opening to J.J. Abrams' Star Trek reboot when Kirk was being born.
When Chris Hemsworth kills himself, like crashing the ship into the other ship.
Yeah. But the whole time, his wife's giving birth.
Yeah, Jennifer Morrison, love her.
Like that opening scene is fantastic. It gets me every time.
It's a beautiful shot.
I even love the
score.
Yeah, the song,
the
everything.
score, yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what they need to. If they were able to suck a lot of those elements and put it into that scene, it would have worked. But it fucking didn't.
All right, so after they escape from the pocket dimension or whatever, Superman's still super weak and shit. So Lois takes him to his parents' place, and we get
Yeah. Oh yeah.
a semi Superman Clark Kent scene where you see his parents. The parents finally meet Lois, but she goes back to direct the story to shit on fucking Lex down the road. But okay, so I thought the scene where he wakes up and the dog's on his chest was really cute because as dog owners before,
The shit's on his chest.
yeah, he's sleeping and I'm like, oh dude, that reminds me of my dog when my dog used to wake up. I loved it. It was really cute.
That's my dog now. My dog is a freaking German Shepherd, and she thinks she's a lap dog.
See, I don't have a dog. I have a cat, and the cat just, hey man, feed me. Okay. So he wakes up. Clark goes out, and his dad's sitting on the porch, or he's eating cereal. His dad meets him on the porch. His dad, Pa Kent, is played by Pruitt Taylor Vince, who I remember him from the guy from that movie Identity, where he's the home base.
The schizo.
Yeah, of all the fucking people in his brain and shit. And he was
the schizo.
Yeah, he was also the poor bastard that shot the boy in Walking Dead, who also got shot by Shane, who got left behind and got killed by all the zombies. That guy.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's talking to him, and I'm watching the movie, and Pruitt's eyes. He has a condition. I didn't know that, but he has a condition where his eyes are this shaking, and it's shaking, and I'm like, yeah, it's shaking. I'm like watching it, and I look over at my friend. I go, am I fucked up, or his eyes are like moving? And he's like, oh no, he has a condition in real life. And I'm like, oh my god, I thought there was something wrong with the fucking movie. Like the frame was like going off, but no, he has a condition. And I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Didn't notice.
Yeah, his eyes were like.
And I saw it at the IMAX, so I didn't notice.
Yeah, he has a condition called the NYSTAGMUS, nystagmus, the involuntary movement of the eye. Dude, when that was happening, I was like,
shit, I have that when I get less than 4 hours.
Bro, but when it was happening, I was like, something wrong with the movie? Like something wrong with the screen? And then I looked over and it was no, he has
it was super obvious to you.
Yeah, it was really obvious. I was like,
I didn't notice. I'll look for it next time.
Yeah, I look over and I'm like, something wrong with the movie? He goes, what do you mean? His eyes are like, he goes, no, he has a condition. I go, oh shit. Okay, now I feel, and I was like, okay. I thought it was, I don't want to be like an asshole, but I was like, oh my god, what's going on with the movie? It's like, oh no, it's his eyes. Okay. Anyways, so he talks to his dad and shit, and then because they got Superman out of the fucking way, Lex goes forward with his plan with the president to invade the poor country or whatever. Like we need Superman and shit.
Yeah. And then not Gaza Strip.
Yeah. or Ukraine.
Not Palestine.
Yeah.
Not Ukraine.
Yeah. I feel bad though for that kid. He spent all that fucking time to build that flag. Superman doesn't even show up.
He gets the super gang.
Yeah. He goes, please, Superman. Who are you? Guy Gunn. Got you, man. And I was like, what? I did all this work.
Superman can make it.
Yeah. I was like, damn it. I was hoping for Superman. But anyways, we win.
Yeah.
It was cool that scene because like Superman can't be all aware at once. And I'm like, come on, he's fast.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I feel like you're even though I like it, it probably sounds like I didn't like the movie, but I think it's because you're speaking so glorifying about the movie that I feel like I need to pick at some of the shit that you're saying. So for instance, that scene that you're talking about, right? I'm like, this is weird, but this is why I say the movie works well as a Saturday morning cartoon, a big budget live action Saturday.
It reminds you of a Superman animated series episode.
Yeah. Colors and everything.
Yeah.
So this was part that as a live action movie, it doesn't work for me. But being that they got me into that headspace of like Saturday morning Superman, that scene where the kid's holding the flag and I'm looking at him like, fucking fights wars like this. I've never seen that in modern day, other than a video game. You know, when you just select your troops and you're playing an RTS. I'm like, you clearly see the two lines. I'm like, this doesn't happen in modern day fucking warfare. You don't have Humvees and fucking rebels going at each other. Like, I was like, okay, it's just weird. And then there was that other. Oh god, that other set, I was kind of like, what is this? Where it's like they're at the beach and there's tents and
Oh,
there's
yeah,
people working.
the headquarters. I was like, is that by a lake or something? They just went over there and there's.
Yeah, it's at a beach, and in my head, I'm like, they kind of look like the same place.
No, see, the thing that bothered me was when the he goes into the portal because okay,
Yeah,
in the beginning of the movie
he makes it.
when the Ultraman
Yeah,
was inside the Bavarian guy, he leaves
yeah,
Metropolis, goes to the tent,
Bavaria or something.
goes
Yeah,
to the tent, goes into the portal,
yeah,
goes to the pocket
just to go
dimension,
back to.
the gets to the portal, just to go all the way back to Metropolis. I was like, that is
Well, it's because
yeah, but I'm like, that's like the hardest U-turn I've ever seen in my fucking life. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's whatever. It makes sense in the sense that obviously he was
yeah.
trying to obscure where he's coming from,
Yeah.
right? But I got a question for you.
What's up?
Could Superman not fucking see through the hammer of Bavaria's armor?
Was it made out of lead?
I don't know. They never fucking took the time to explain it. We got all the crypto we wanted, and we got all the fucking Justice Gang that you understand what I'm saying? We got so much less Superman.
Yeah.
Because of all the other characters. What's his name? Perry White had like 2 lines.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
how many seats can the car carry? Hey, buddy, you're with us too. All right, and that's it. There's
that's it. Like,
print.
God, okay, I guess.
That's print.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like because he had a shoehorn all these other characters in there, we got less Superman in a Superman movie. I think he personally cannot do a solo Superman movie just because of all those reasons.
Okay, so side note. Okay, I'm gonna move on a little bit. So after Lex opens the rift, Clark Kent, Superman flies back to Metropolis because Mr. Terrific needs his help because he can't stop the hole from spreading or stretching. So he goes there. Bavarians on there or they're evading. Everything's happening. The fight. So he ends up fighting Ultraman and that the girl, the other one.
The engineer.
The engineer or whatever. So the engineer.
She's from Wildstorm. That's the first Wildstorm character from the comic books.
Okay. Oh, so
you remember Wildstorm?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
Jim Lee. It was Jim Lee's comic book company. I think after he left Marvel. And when DC got, you know who Jim Lee is?
Yeah, Jim Lee's the guy in charge of DC Comics now too.
The artist, right? He's like the top guy.
Yeah,
at DC.
I met him. I met him at SuperCon.
My brother met him at Comic-Con and I took pictures.
Yeah.
He when they got him to go over to DC, his deal involved Wildstorm.
Okay.
And so Engineer technically is a DC character now. But yeah, go ahead.
All right. So he's fighting the Engineer and Ultraman, and they're fighting, and then Superman does some crazy shit by going into space, coming back down, and they collide and thing. And then the mask.
I thought it was gonna be something else, and I'm just
yeah.
So
when they landed and the engineer's out of commission, and you see Ultraman's helmet, like Matt's face is kind of busted a little bit, and you see the costume. It looked to me, Ultraman for a second, the costume looked like Doomsday's costume when he first emerges from the capsule.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh shit, is that Doomsday? And then it goes, oh, it's a clone of fucking Superman. And I was like, so that's how they got into this Fortress of Solitude in the beginning of the movie, because it requires Superman's DNA to open it. And I was like, oh. But then I'm like, when did he get a fucking DNA sample of Superman to clone him? I was like, they did. I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go with it. He's like, he's just like you, stronger, but only dumber. And I was like, okay. Like, yeah. That's why they keep giving like E1, E2, Fox. And I was like,
they were playing Battleship.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And so it turns out that Ultraman's Superman, that long hair, like Bizarro, and they start fighting each other and shit. And then
that is where I think they're heading with that.
I think so too, because he gets sucked into the black hole. Yeah. And then They fight. Yeah,
And that sounds like a James Gunn thing.
like for like a later on thing.
Like to do Bizarro, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Say, hey, Dave Corntrust, you signed on to play Superman and Bizarro. He's gonna fuck up your face.
Double paychecks.
Yeah, give it to me. So he fights him. He defeats him, and then he stops the portal by going to Lex Luthor's portable spaceship that could travel and shit. And then,
Yeah.
with the help of Crypto, because the only way Lex Luthor was able to call commands because he has all these drones watching the fight, and he goes, "Oh, they all look like frisbees." So hey, Crypto, fetch all the shit.
Yeah.
Take all the shit.
Yeah, which is a joke again because he chewed on Mr. Terrific's T-spheres,
Yeah.
and then he called the joke back up again during the fight, and I was like, I get it. That's an example of it working, but that's all he does with his joke.
And then he does that, and then they confront Luthor. They stop the tier from spreading more. Did it start to close back after they did? I don't remember. Because I only seen the movie.
It did, yeah.
Okay.
It did, and they even poked a joke
at the end where it's crooked. Yeah,
it didn't come back. Yeah,
Okay.
Which should go to your point of insurance.
yeah. It's like, hey man, what? My apartment is like this, and I can't fucking. Shit, is my rent gonna go up? Like, what the fuck? But after that, they defeat Lex Luthor. They bring everybody that was in the pocket hole in prison, everyone who talks shit or hates Lex Luthor, out of the pocket dimension and shit. I thought they would introduce more characters that we didn't know that was in the pocket thing, but they
didn't need any more characters.
Yeah, they didn't. But
if they did that, I would have been like,
but they did introduce one more character at the end, which was Supergirl. She which turned out that Crypto was actually her dog and not Superman's dog. And I was like, oh, okay, he was just watching the dog, but he, doing a thing, and because I think the next DC movie is supposed to be Supergirl. That's why
it is next year.
Yeah, it's next year, and it's gonna be fun. It's based off I forgot which story.
Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, and then that's gonna be the next one.
Yeah,
I liked it. I liked the ending when they changed it because remember in the beginning of the movie when he's getting healed and he's like needs like them using it to play the video of his parents' voice. It helps soothe him. But at the end of the movie, it's
his fucking white noise and shit, his brown noise.
And then they switch it from Kryptonian parents to his Earth parents and all that shit, or how they raised him when they're raising him and shit. And I was like, that's cool,
Yeah.
I think that's a way better soothing, and it ends with like the rock punk or punk rock song or whatever at the end.
Yeah,
I liked it. He didn't do much with James, with the Guardians, with James Gunn didn't much with like the music or soundtrack.
It's the one thing he didn't do, yeah.
Yeah, but
everything else he did.
Yeah, like it's not like cramming, like, oh, we need to zoom and start to listen now. But it's,
yeah. It would have been like
I like the score. Did you like the score of the Superman movie?
I did.
But you love the Man of Steel suit.
Yeah, because it did so much. It did something different than the John Williams score did, right?
Yeah.
So John Williams score is hopeful, right? It's uplifting. The Hans Zimmer score for me is it feels like energy coming your way, and you know what I mean, like a buildup of energy. And I loved it. I love it to this day. Guitar riffs, drums. I watch the making of that soundtrack on YouTube like once a year because I just love what Hans Zimmer did with it. Mm-hmm. But I like the soundtrack. My son and I listen to it in the car all the time now. But what I notice is that it's kind of enslaved to the John Williams score. It didn't try anything new. It remixed a little bit. It changed it up. It added a little bit of the guitar. I didn't hate it, but I kind of felt like, okay, you're just calling back John Williams' score. Do something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, that score exists. Now do something else. But I guess, to be honest with you, it's like you're following Hans Zimmer. What are you gonna
And with
Yeah.
that, with that, like the whole Superman movie, he's like, it ends with him back at the Fortress, getting healed with the sun, doing his medial thing with the robot. Which one of the androids is played by Alan Tudyk, who did Wash from
Eh, eh,
Serenity and the other robot from Rogue One. But
Uh,
KSO,
Alien, Resident Alien.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's good. I gotta watch it.
I heard the same. I heard it was funny.
But yeah, so the movie ends on like that. So with that note, with this movie being the first movie of the new third version or whatever DC cinematic universe, do you think it's off to a good
Yeah.
start?
I think it's off to a start.
Okay.
I think again we need a Superman focused movie.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Like I felt like they could have called this, Superman and Friends. Like I everywhere you look, you see Terrific, Green Lantern, and fucking Hawkgirl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to see just Superman. So I feel like if the next Superman movie needs to be Superman centric. It's not off to a bad start. It's off to a start. It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm being a little too brutal on it, but that's because Superman is one of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
So from a scale
Yeah, it's
from 1 to 10, what do you do?
Solid 7, maybe.
Okay, I give it a 7.5 to 8. Yeah, I like it. Like
Yeah.
2 point. Not perfect, but I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, reminds me a lot of watching a Superman animated series.
If you gave me a 5-star rating, I would say 3.
Yeah, same. I would say. You know what's funny? When people ask me for ratings, I always say out of 5. They go, "Why you always say out of 5? Just do it out of 10." I'm like, I think 5's better. 5's more
Yeah. 10 is too much.
10 is way
There's
too much.
going on.
I say 5. I
Yeah,
go
yeah.
give it a 3.
Yeah.
3.5 to
Yeah.
3.5. It's
It's like grade school grades.
yeah. So 3 from you, 3.5 from me. I enjoyed it a lot. I got Justice League cartoon vibes, man. It's there. I think by the next movie we get back, there's gonna be a fucking watchtower in orbit already. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. Just make it sense and don't focus on fucking Superman. So let me hit on 3 things. Okay, so Mr. Terrific, right?
yeah, that's one. I like me too.
Right. So Mr. Terrific, I would say, is the only solid superhero character there. I guess you could throw Guy Gardner in there, but Guy Gardner was kind of, very limited on how much you saw of him.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Terrific was kind of not fucking around. He did what he was going to do. He didn't futz around with other characters, right?
Yeah.
Which I kind of feel, and I know what they were trying to say about Superman. So here's one of my critique, another critique, since you were very glowing of the movie. Nobody kind of respects Superman in his own movie.
No, especially after the monkey tweets, all the monkeys doing.
I mean, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that had a bigger part, and they cut it down
Super
before
shit.
they released the movie. That was so bad. That was so bad. But nobody respected him. Nobody respected him. Not even the other fucking superheroes respected him. He I don't know. You remember the whole the kaiju?
Yeah.
And he's trying to be like, maybe we can move him or whatever, because he's trying to save him.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Terrific is like, psh. And he fucking sends his T-spheres and kills him, completely fucking ignoring anything he said.
Yeah, like everyone,
and I'm like,
because the Justice Gang is run by Maxwell Lord, and they're just there to get the job done, while Superman's here trying to save everybody else around that shit, because he's Superman, and Superman saves people, and that's what he's been doing the whole time.
There's no fear of Superman.
Yeah, I know.
Superman can wreck the planet, and you're like, eat shit. I don't care. I'm like, I don't know. And then at the very end, and then like you could get away with it a little bit because it's in family. You know, what's the biblical verse that goes, "A prophet is without respect in his own household." So it don't matter who you are out in the, but you come into the house with your family, and your brother's gonna fuck with you, your mom's gonna tell you, you smell. You know what I mean? And I get that that can work with Supergirl when she came in and called him a bitch.
Yeah.
Ugh. I was like, that's a little much for me, man. Like, yeah, that's, you know what I mean? I'm like, so nobody respects Superman, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna wrap it up. So before we wrap it up,
I was gonna say there's
you got two more.
two
Oh yeah,
other
go
things.
ahead.
So about the twist. So you were okay with his Kryptonian parents being
Like old them, like
world conquerors, it said essentially?
I don't know that I got like Invincible vibes.
Oh, okay.
That's what they do,
But,
you know.
but what did you think about it within the context of Superman, then?
I was like, I think I accepted it because they needed something else. Because the hope and care for these people have already been used. We're not gonna redo it, so might as well just be like change it up. It's like you're supposed to own these people. And I'm like, okay, but he doesn't listen to it because he was raised right. Now, if he crash landed in Russia, that's what we get. We get the Red Sun. We get and then we get that version, and that would have been cool. But thank God we did it, you know. But I accepted it. It didn't bother me as
So there's like two things to it. It bothered me,
much.
but there's ways that it could still work and still make sense and not bother me so much. So one thing could be is that you know how like on Krypton, like all the houses had different specialities,
Yeah,
right? The science, you know, these were warrior class and whatever, right?
yeah,
So I'm thinking maybe they're saying that Kal-El or the House of El might be a warrior class, right?
yeah,
Like that's why they were like, well, you're gonna get there, and this is what you need to do. You need to rule them,
yeah.
you know.
See, on that note, now that I'm thinking about it, Kara was sent first, but she got
Oh,
delayed.
I
She got
I'm working
delayed.
to it.
She got delayed because of the wormhole. But
The Phantom Zone,
yeah, but she got there. But she rides perfectly fine.
or wormhole. Yeah.
Was her message the same from her parents that to rule?
I'm working. I'm
Yeah,
working up to that. So there's the so that's one possibility, right?
yeah,
That that it's they're just a different class of Kryptonian, and that's why the mindset was to conquer and rule, right? The other thing is that you got to remember they look human, but they're not. They're aliens, right? So when you have an advanced alien civilization that reaches a new place, a new frontier, and their superior technology, superior genes, superior everything, right? Physicality, everything. Well, it's I forgot what movie was it. It was like, did you ever bother explaining yourself to a cockroach before you killed it?
no,
You know, right? Like it's a lesser life form than you,
yeah,
right? So the other part was like, oh, so essentially Kryptonians are the aliens from Independence Day, except they look human and they have a language, right? So I'm like, okay, so maybe there's there's that to it. But the other thing was what you were getting to was, okay, uh as far as I know, unless they're gonna change her backstory, because we haven't seen her movie yet,
yeah,
Supergirl is older than Superman. Supergirl lived on Krypton.
yeah. No,
She wasn't sent over as a baby.
look, wasn't Kara from another moon near Krypton, not Krypton itself, right?
Well, I mean, possibly, but but I'm sure she was aware of what's going on in Krypton.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure she's not oblivious of it, right? She's her.
I mean, if I remember, both of their planets were because like they were in the same system as that sun that exploded.
Yeah. The solar system. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, she was alive. She has living memories of Krypton.
Yeah, because she's old enough. Yeah, she was older, and she is old enough to remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been 3 years, and she knows Superman enough to be like, "Hey, man, I need you to dog sit. I'm gonna go party, on Centauri 5 or whatever," right?
Yeah.
She knows him enough to leave the dog there, and he listens to this stupid ass message all day about how his Kryptonian parents love him and everything, and it just keeps repeating after it hits that buffer or whatever, that glitch, right?
Yeah.
So did she never say, "Oh yeah, by the way, your parents were fucking dicks. They were genocidal dicks"?
Oh, so I'm reading it here about Supergirl.
Yeah.
So her family lived in a city of Argo City, which was a piece of the planet, but it survived the explosion. But they were able to live longer in a dome because it was a dome city. That's why they were able to survive the explosion of Krypton. They were also on Krypton, but something happened where the dome collapsed, and that's when her father and her parents sent her off to Earth. That's why she was delayed or whatever. But that's what I'm reading. Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay. But yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense now. Okay.
Yeah, and Supergirl was in the Man of Steel movie too, right?
At one point, right?
No, she was in it.
Did they cast her?
Not sure if they casted her, but story wise, so if you go back and watch Man of Steel,
Yeah.
you'll see that there's another pod that's open.
Oh.
Yeah, and then DC Comics released a prequel, and it was her origin story of leaving Krypton. You can find the PDF of that comic book online. It's pretty good. I thought it was good because I love those movies. But yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do with Supergirl because she should have, she should be able to watch the news channel and whatever the fuck she's living on and be like, oh shit, House of L is, whatever. Oh yeah, we go around conquering moons all the time. That's what we do as Kryptonians. This is our thing.
Is it cousin? You didn't know?
But she's like, yeah, but then she's like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, cool message, man. Your parents, yeah, I forgot. They're super nice. Like she didn't say anything.
No, all she did
Again,
was door
yeah, no.
dog. Goodbye.
What's up, bro? She's got a Stanley Cup
Yeah.
and shit.
Thanks for watching my dog, bitch. And she leaves, and that was it.
Yeah, right, exactly. So that brings up questions, right? I hope they have a explanation for that. I I'm okay with the twist now. I just need a little further explanation, and I wouldn't be surprised that if they end up saying, I know James Gunn's come out and said he doubled down on the whole Jor-El thing.
Yeah.
About no, he's like, no, this is for real. This is, he wanted a dynamic of his original parents wanting him to be this, but then his adoptive parents who are really his parents because that raised him with all the truth, justice, and American way, which they should have fucking said in this movie. Which I'm pretty sure was a studio note thing. And he embraces fully his adopted parents. That's kind of what James Gunn was aiming for. But personally, I wouldn't be shocked that in the next Superman movie they clarify it and they say it's something else, like Brainiac was messing with the message and made it used an original message from his parents that were probably hopeful and positive, and then used Brainiac AI ChatGPT to recreate it and in hopes of turning Superman evil.
Yeah.
Or not evil, but into a conqueror, not a hero.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't be surprised if those things happen. And then my final note is the studio notes. I feel like the movie had a lot of studio notes implemented.
You think there were
I yeah,
hey.
yeah, I think because I don't know if you were following it, doing test screenings. They had like one really good test screening, supposedly one really good one, where somebody in the test screener yelled out at the end of the movie, "Fantastic Four is fucked," when they saw it. And then there was another screening where they were like, Warner Brothers is scrambling to do like last minute inserts and reshoots and re-edits. So I kind of felt like there was a lot of studio notes that James Gunn couldn't say no to because so much is riding on this movie. The next 10 years of DC movies.
Well, hopefully it's off to a start, like you said, and I think that
It's off to
it's off to a start. To me, I think it's good. As long as it makes more money, they're good. They're off to a good start or a start. But hopefully, Supergirl, the next one, is good, and I hope the future Batman, the Bold and Beautiful, is gonna. I wonder what they're gonna do with it.
You mean the Brave and Bold?
Or yeah, with that. I'm thinking about fucking soap
That's
operas.
beautiful.
Yeah, whatever. Bold and the Brave.
Today
and hope that
beautiful.
And let's hope True Detective, aka Green Lantern, is good too when it comes out. Have you seen Creature Commandos, the cartoon?
I saw a few episodes. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
There was things about it I liked, but I stopped watching. I stopped watching when Frankenstein's bride was getting railed. I was like, all right, I don't want to watch. I love GI Robot. He's the best.
Oh, I know.
You want to kill Nazis? Alan Tudyk does that, right?
Yeah.
He does the voice for that one.
So on that, I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. Eric, thank you for joining me on this. If you want to give your shout out for your YouTube channel, say it.
Level-headed Rebel, definitely Level-headed Rebel. On Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. And that's it for a debut episode of No Hype Required. Massive thanks to Eric again for geeking out with me about James Gunn's super movie or hating on it. Are you team all in or wait to see? Hit us up and let us know your take about the Superman movie. Before we go, spotlight on my Instagram, Brylan Imagery. If you love jaw-dropping cosplay photos, epic theme park stuff, or just killer pop culture imagery, run, don't walk to my Instagram and follow me at Brylan Imagery. My feed is pure visual candy, and all that good stuff. So we're just getting started. So stay tuned for more deep dives into everything you nerd out about. No social handles yet. I haven't made one for this separate thing. I'll just probably just use my Brylan Imagery for now. But just keep an eye out, and I'll keep you guys posted on my Instagram for more next coming episodes. So again, thank you for riding shotgun on episode 1. Remember, whether it's capes, coasters, or camera lenses, there's no hype required to join the fandom. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Yes, Eric, you're the best.